But Jesus Christ, how long has it been since I did a book tag? I've been tagged on so many videos, and I'm gonna do my best to catch up on them. Uh, One lovely fellow wonderful friend, and not just a booktuber I follow, but a friend, who has tagged me in quite a few things that I owe, is the lovely Ola Quinn. She tagged me 9 months ago in the Birthstone tag. Like Ola, I am an August baby. I recently had my 38th, so if I look a bit more mature, that's why it is. I'm not gonna act 38. But she did have 12 questions in this interesting tag. One of several that she's tagged me in that I thought were is pretty cool. So first off, thanks for tagging me, Ola. Second off, sorry I took so long, but guess what? You're not the one I've taken the longest with. You'll see soon. So question number one: January Garnet. It's such an interesting name for a stone. Garnet. Mr. Garnet, Will Garnet, whatever, Garnet. Associated with warding off negative forces and dark energies, name a book with the darkest, evilest character you can think of. Honestly, I've read some dark stuff, but Dune, it doesn't get crueler, more cruelest than Vladimir Harkonnen. He's such an asshole. Such an evil asshole. And the thing is that what you see in the movie and what people remember is the floating fat man and whatnot. The reality is that the character in the book is endlessly more vile than the disturbing and very memorable character in David Lynch's adaptation of Dune, which I actually do enjoy as a movie. Pales in comparison, but still, I like it. Question number two, February, Amethyst. Purple is associated with royalty. Name a book with regal qualities. You can base this off of characters or choose the king of all books. For me, it would be a quality of a book. Recently, I finished Corinthor Niuzi by Aaron Michael Hall. Aaron Michael Hall is a fellow indie author from here in Georgia. She's a lovely lass. Just good people. I had interacted in, and you're gonna hear me talk about her because I was really impressed by her book. In my Goodreads review, I used the word elegant to describe her writing, and I don't think I've used that with anyone else that I've read in a long time. She's very classy in several ways, but very fun and very cool and down to earth. That book, though, is just regal. It is really good. And it's been a while since I read a high fantasy that made me want to read more high fantasy. Normally, I have, like, a high fantasy book, and I'm good for a while. Anyways, to not dilly or dally. Question number three, March, Aquamarine. Washed out. Name a wishy washy character. A character who is not strong or a follower. Honestly, Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye. I'm not a big fan of him, and I do think that the book, it's an interesting mood piece, but calling that a novel, I do have it's a problem with that. I do think that what bothers me the most about Holden is I think he reminds me of me at my most pathetically apathetic. So, and then, just it's not that he rubs me the wrong way. It's that I know why he is. Well, it's not that I had similar experiences at what they hint at in the novel, but teenage years you can do stupid stuff and just be a rebel. He had that vibe, and it's kind of annoying. And again, I do think it's a mood piece, and I can fully understand people who say that they love it and people who say that they hate it. But someone that says that it's their favorite book, I do have. I think that's a curious choice to have as your favorite book. If it is your favorite book and you'd like to comment below, by all means, use that sexy section down below. For now, though, let's go to the next question. April, Diamond, A Diamond in the Rough. Name a book that you love but is not well known. Honestly, all the books from my indie friends. And my books, damn it. But being indie is not easy. We have to do all the legwork, and just getting out there is a challenge. And in BookTube, getting people to talk about indie books is borderline impossible. Even for people who have big channels. Um, it is what it is. But I highly recommend The Adventures of Pixie Piper by Marisol Jimenez, who is a fellow indie author from Puerto Rico. Anatomy of a Darkened Heart is my favorite indie book, which is by Christy Stratos. I will be reading The Brotherhood of Secrets soon, which is the second book in the Dark Victoriana series. Uh, and I do recommend her author channel. It's not an author tube or booktube. She's full author. Good people. Good people. The Ogre's Tale by Lillian Oak. Strange Luck by Amy Irene Winters. Ten Yen True by Amanda Armstrong. And The Weightless One by Anais Chudchenko. All of these books are great. And I purposely also chose all female authors because although it's becoming more common to have more female authors, a lot of people just don't read female authors, and I don't know why. So there's female authors and female indie authors. And not only that, all of these people are exceptional humans whom I know, and I've read their books. There's other books that I could mention, other indie books, but I haven't read them or I haven't finished them or they didn't come to mind, and I didn't want this list to be way too long. Next one, May Emerald, said to balance energy. Name two characters who balance each other well. I honestly think Arthur Dent and Fort Prefect from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy complement each other and balance each other out in the weirdest way possible, and I really love that series. The last book of the series that Douglas Adams actually wrote is very sad, but the other four books are exceptional. Especially, and I think I like The Restaurant at the End of the Universe more than The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is saying something, because you already have an idea of what could happen, and even so, Adams surpassed himself, for me at least. Um, if you haven't read that, it is batshit in the best way possible, and if you like Monty Python, the you can read Douglas Adams, you can read Jasper Ford, or you can read the incomparable Terry Pratchett if you like that sense of humor. 6. June, Pearl. Associated with loyalty. Name a character who is loyal to the end. I will say this once. It is Samwise Gamgee, and everyone else is batting for second. There's a lot of people who are loyal, but to the point of Sam, there is none. I know it's a popular answer, but it's a popular answer for a reason. Um, you know, I kid around of people having a Frodo and Sam moment, but still, Sam is one of the most noble characters that you will ever read. I can mention other characters from comic book series, but I really gave this some thought, and I said, honestly, it's Sam and second place. Number 7. July, Ruby. Blood Red. Name a book that made your blood boil. One that made you angry. A child called it pissed me off because to hear of any type of abuse is something that triggers me in the sense, not that I was abused, but it really angers me, and it really gets to me, and it really bothers me that it happens. The child called it, the things that kid endured are just insane. A friend got me this book, and it's a weird book to get as a gift. It's intense and it's eye opening, but it's still a weird gift. I appreciate the book. I always enjoy a good read, but I don't know. That was intense. Number 8, August, my month. Peridot, pale green. It pales in comparison to other gems. Name a supporting character who you like better than the main character. Cheshire Cat. I've used that answer before, and I will use it again because Alice honestly annoys me. I love the story, I love the world, I love all the characters, but I think Alice is annoying as hell. And Cheshire Cat always makes me smile. The thought of the Cheshire Cat always makes me smile. Even in the shitty adaptations Disney made. Didn't see the second one. With the first one, I was good with the dance that Johnny Depp does at the end. Wow, what a almost as bad as Avatar, but that's a whole other video. September, Sapphire. Blue like the ocean, which is calming. Name a book that had a calming effect on you. I would say two books. The Little Prince. I recommend it to pretty much everyone. I think it should be mandatory for everyone, especially people in politics who suck ass and are bad humans. I don't know. It's me and having the hopes that people will read it and have something click inside them and return to their humanity. And the other one would be Letters from the Heart by Kate Evans. Kate Evans is a wonderful friend, someone I care about intensely, and whose book is extremely short. You can read it in about 20 minutes, but the lessons inside are impressive. The concept of the book, and I'm going to review it and show you how thin it is, and still, I think that little book can change a lot of lives, and I chose two small books for that same reason. It's her writing letters to her emotions and then inviting you to do the same. Dear anger, dear frustration, dear sadness, dear love, and a very honest and beautiful letter. I read it and I was like, damn. Because for me, it's the perfect gift for anyone who needs that, which are a lot of people. Emotions can get the best of us. Life can be intense. It's not always pleasant. And to be able to engage with your emotions in that direct way, I think it can have a profound effect. A profound and positive effect in your life. So, congratulations to Kate. And I highly recommend her book. October, Opal, Iridescent. Name an iridescent book. This can be a book with a beautiful cover, shiny, lots of color, or you can base it off a character, quirky, colorful, etc. The Sandman and the Sandman Overture. From the Sandman, Delirium is a colorful, wonderful friend whom you read and you can't help but care for. Not as much as Death, though, but that's me. The Sandman Overture, the artwork in that book is phenomenal, and that cover is just stunning. I've done a review on it. Don't make me put the link. Look, use the search bar. You're a big boy and a big girl, and you can do it. People need everything spoon-fed, and I put all my links, and people don't check it. So, you know what? It's a really beautiful cover. You should check it out, so Google it. You can even press the buttons that say, hey Google, look for Sandman Overture, and it'll show. Number 11, November, Topaz, associated with resilience. Name a book with a character who rises to the top in a time of adversity. I gave this some thought. I didn't want to give like a typical answer. And honestly, Jesse Custer from Preacher, he rises to adversity and looks it in the face and pulls the trigger. Preacher is not your typical series. Jesse Custer is not your typical character. It is ultra violent. I recommended it to the lovely Anna from the Baked Book, and she was like, this is awful because it was too violent. And I agree, it is too violent, but I've got its sick and twisted sense of humor, and I highly enjoyed it. And I think Jesse Custer is really cool. And finally, December, associated with friendship. Name a book with a friendship you want to be a part of. I would honestly love to hang out with the characters of the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and I still haven't seen Christopher Robin. I know I'm going to ugly cry, and I don't care. But the characters can be quirky and annoying, but in a very endearing way. And I would especially like to hang out with the ever-depressed Eeyore. because Eeyore reminds me of my dog Bailey. And even if he's bummed out, I would keep him company and show him that it's gonna be fine and we can hug it out. Anyways, thinking off the top of my head, I am gonna tag Corny the Cortagonist, Cammy from Cammy's Corner, and one more. I'm not gonna go over the top tagging people because I don't. No, no. Mindy from Mindy's book journeys. She's a lovely lass and good people. I've enjoyed her channel a lot. There's other people that I can, and Cammy from Cammy's Corner. Cammy's also wonderful. All of these channels I highly recommend. Good people, interesting people. So yay, I finally did a tag. So till next time, peace, love, and Mikey rolls.